Good morning, flock to Fedora. Welcome to Rochester. For those of you that survived the weather, it is really amazing to see you all here and to be back here after 9 years. Some of you, this might be a repeat visit. Some of you, this might be the first time, but I am super excited for this week. What's that? Who was here for 2015? Okay, that's like a good chunk of people, almost maybe like a quarter to half. But I am super excited to have everyone here again in Rochester. This is going to be a great week, and we've got lots of great things in store. I'm just going to run through, before we get to the State of Fedora keynote, just have a quick introductions of some of your Fedora leadership team. I'm Justin Flory. I'm the Fedora Community Architect, and we have Matthew.
Matthew Miller, the Fedora project leader, and Aoife, who doesn't get a mic. I don't know.
I'm loud enough without one.
Yeah.
So you'll be seeing all of us throughout the week, but just have a couple of quick announcements and things just to be aware of as we're getting ready to go into Flock. If you need to get help at any point, the best place to go is always right at the registration desk. You can find some of the organizers and team there, as well as some volunteers. So if you need help or at any point, that's the best place to go for getting some quick support. We also have a code of conduct. You can find a copy of the code of conduct at the registration desk as well. I will get it up into the matrix, but if you do need help or support, there are a few people who are trained and can help respond to things. I'm going to ask these folks to raise their hands. Well, Matthew Miller and myself, Dorka Volokova, who's probably at registration out there, Marie Norden, Yona Azizaj, David Cantrell, Sean McCants, Amy Marich, and Natalie Pazmino, who's also probably at registration. Could you folks raise your hand if you're in the room, please, big and high? Okay, we have a couple of folks in here, but if you do need help, you can find one of those folks I just read out the names, or you can email flock-coc@fedoraproject.org. Some other things to note. We will have a group photo for the conference. We are going to do that tomorrow night at the Strong. There's Marie, who just walked in. We were talking about code of conduct, who can help take reports. Tomorrow night, we will have a wonderful evening social at the Strong Museum, and we'll do the group photo there. I encourage you all to wear your Flock conference t-shirts, if you'd like, there for the photo. Optional, but we'll try to have a on-brand photo for the Strong.
New or old.
New or old, yes. Some other things is for social. So tonight we are going to have a game night in the hotel right here on the ground floor in the Astor on Main restaurant space. So thanks to our friend Stephen Gallagher, and I believe Marie as well, we are going to have all assortments of board games and things to do here in the hotel. We've also got some other things going in there, such as the candy swap. Hey David, can you raise your hand too? There's David Cantrell, who's also one of the folks you can talk to for anything that might come up. But tonight is the game social. There'll be a candy swap. There will be some card games. There's even going to be karaoke as well. So if you're into that, we'll be here in the hotel. Tomorrow night, we're at the Strong Museum of Play, which is about it's a walking distance from here. But we will have doors open at 6, dinner's at 6:30, and we will have tokens for you to, if you don't know about the Strong, it's a really cool, it's a museum about the history of play, and we will have unlimited tokens for their arcade cabinet. So I do hope you'll join us on Thursday. Friday night, there is a scavenger hunt. There is a sign-up QR code on registration desk, so if you'd like to go around Rochester and be in a team and see who can win the challenge of Rochester, do the sign-up form on the registration desk. Other things to mention, for Matrix, we have a few different rooms on Matrix. There's an announcements channel, that's probably a good one just to follow throughout the event. Anything that we need to communicate or updates, that's going to be the first place that you can find that. There's also the general chat room that I think most of you are already in. There's also room-specific Matrix rooms as well, both for the folks who are coming in virtually. They can participate in the chat there, but also if you're a speaker and you want to share links or your slides or files or whatever it might be, that's also a resource for each room. Meals and refreshments, we are going to have lunch every day. That is part of the conference registration. It'll be here on this level, so you can join us for lunch each day. We'll also have 2 refreshment breaks each day. In the morning, we'll have kind of the plate of snacks and food and coffee, and in the afternoon we'll just have coffee and tea and beverages. But you can keep an eye out for those each day. We'll have 2 of the refreshment breaks and lunch each day. Food items will be labeled, so if you have an allergy, you should be able to find the information you need, but if you have any uncertainty or doubts, come find one of the organizers at registration desk or myself, and we can help get you that clarity if you need it. Last thing, couple things, some things to look out for in the, can I get for the folks who are on the Red Hat Community Platform Engineering team, can you put your hands up for me? So if you see any of these folks who are here in the room, I've heard a rumor that there's going to be a new position that is opening up in this team soon on community infrastructure. So if you like doing things in Fedora and you don't, you think that might be something you're interested in, do keep an eye on the Red Hat jobs page, as there will be a new position opening soon in that team to do all things Fedora all the time, all day.
This is a sysadmin-y, DevOps-y kind of job, as I understand it. Community infrastructure can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right?
And then I think the last thing I have before I pass it over to Matthew is I just wanted, some of you may have already seen by the registration desk, many of you may remember Mel Chua, who was for a long time a member of the Fedora community. I think she was probably most active, like 15, probably 2008, 9, 10 on Fedora. The last couple of years, she was going through a very long battle with cancer, and last week we learned that she passed away. So we have by the registration desk a little memorial site for her, as well as a guest book. If you want to write a message or you have a memory of Mel that you would like to share, you're welcome to share that in the journal. And after Flock, we're going to memorialize any of those entries on a Fedora wiki page. So I wanted to acknowledge that because Mel had a huge impact at the very early point in Fedora. Many of us have really great memories of her, whether it was in Fedora or her many other places that she was in open source, but we just wanted to take some time to honor her memory and impact in our project and community. So if you would like to leave a message, you can find that right by the registration desk on the table with flowers. So with that, I think those are all the morning announcements. Like I said, if you do need help at any point, just come by the registration desk and any of our friendly volunteers or event staff will be able to help you out. But otherwise, Matthew, Aoife, anything I'm missing here?
A note just on how the
Maybe.
session doors work.
Oh, that's a good one.
Folks, just a note on the session. So this is obviously the main room and the breakout rooms are here. Some sessions will still be live while these ones are finishing. So I ask if you're going to leave the rooms, just maybe do so as quietly as possible so as not to disturb any sessions that might be in flight here. That's all.
Hallway track is out there,
Yeah.
not here. But otherwise, and also when we're live, you can also try to use these doors as well. Just this one on the far, my left, some of you right, some of you, that's not the best sense of direction. But that door, try to use that door as well, because sometimes there will be sessions in here as sessions there are ending. Otherwise, I think that's it. Again, I am just super excited to be here with all of you. This is really one of the highlights of my year. You know, for me, it's also a little special that my first flock was 9 years ago. I was a freshman little kid when I showed up here, and now it's kind of crazy to be up here looking at all of you, and I'm just really grateful for all the things that we do in our community, and I'm just really excited to have a great week together here at Flock. We've got great sessions. Also a big thanks to our speakers, who you'll be seeing all throughout the week, as well as our volunteer team, lots of folks who are helping behind the scenes to help. Also for speakers, every room will have a session chair, so someone who can kind of help you get set up on the podium if you need help. They're going to give you time prompts, like 5 minutes left, 2 minutes left. Keep an eye out for that. I also want to give a special thanks to Dorka Volokova and Natalie Pazmino, who are both right out there, who have done a round of applause for Dorka and Natalie. They have been a huge help. Flock would not be possible without both of them, as well as Aoife, who has been our schedule queen, fitting for the...
Sorry for all of the emails.
Yeah. Oh, and that was probably the other...
Also, thank you, Justin, for doing a huge amount of work for all this, too.
Well, and with that, we are now 10 minutes past, so Matthew, I think we're ready to hear the state of Fedora. So let's give it up for our project leader as well.